Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Monday. Wow. Never has it felt like an end of a week more when it is day one of the week. Well, she's really doing good things with her hair today. Am I right, team? Guys, this has been I said yesterday it had been a roller coaster of last few days, but it really fucking has been. Some crazy shit happening in my world and in the world, and I'm sure in all of your guys' worlds too. And we're going to talk about it today. Honestly, there's some news going on, and we can get to some of it. But for the most part on today's show, I kind of just want to hang out. It's called Live at the Roxy, so I feel like I get to do that if I want to. Putting up my hair to start the show. Clearly, it's called Live at the Roxy. But yeah, I just kind of like am in the mood to not only talk about news today. So get your questions, comments, concerns in streamlabs.com/Roxy Strayer right here in the super chat. Just chat along, whatever it is that you want to do. Because I have like some venting to do and some advice to give and some conversations to be had. And so, yeah, we're going to do that. So the only two things that I really saw that I was like, oh, yeah, I could talk about those today are that David Ayer rewatched his cut of the Suicide Squad and says that it's fire. So I was like, yeah, totally. That's something I want to talk about. And apparently the New Yorker suspended Jeffrey Tobin. I don't even know who that is because I'm clearly not educated enough or don't read the New Yorker, but they suspended him for a Zoom dick incident. Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that right. So I was like, those two things I could fucking talk about today. But for the rest, it's just kind of like, don't feel like it. Don't feel like it today. Don't feel like talking about the Dodgers. Don't really feel like talking about comic book movies and Trump and his tweets and whatever the fuck is going on with him in Sudan. And I just don't feel like it. So hopefully you guys don't feel like it really either, because we're just going to hang and then pick up a couple of stories. Sound good to everybody? Let me know in the chat. I will say, though, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor for killing Breonna Taylor, all three of them. I'm going to keep saying that on this show because that one we don't get to take a break on. That one we have to keep saying because they're clearly going to make us. Also, I ordered lunch, so like probably going to eat a little bit of this here. Hopefully it's not too much like mukbang ASMR, but I'm fucking hungry. I got salad from this place called Mendocino Farm. It's all over Los Angeles. Maybe over Southern California. It's so good. I get it like 3 times a week. It's got this chipotle dressing. It's like a chipotle oil vinaigrette thing. It's just one of those fully loaded salads. I hate a fucking plain salad. I love a fully loaded salad. It's got the avocado, the chicken, the quinoa, the kale, the romaine, jicama, tomatoes, corn, beans, like just mad shit. I'm all about mad shit. Oh, my fridge is loud. I think one of the reasons why I kind of just feel like Eric comes says slow news day. Not really. I just like don't feel like doing it today. One of the reasons I don't feel like doing it today is that you guys know I've been having like weird health issues. And so I woke up this morning and my rash was fucking back on my like up here area. And I was like, what? So I've been talking to my dad and he was like, listen, Rock, last week you had a fever and you had swollen glands. And this week you have a rash. Or a couple days you had a rash and just different things. And you guys, I've talked about this a little bit, but not that much. I have that autoimmune disease and just like some weird underlying health issues. And I've had a lot of people in my family to have weird health issues. So always just kind of have to be on the lookout. Actually, Jews in general tend to have strange health issues. That's not just me saying that. Like Ashkenazi Jews tend to have a lot of weird health things. But he was like, I really think you should call your doctor. And I was like, really, I didn't think those things were related at all. I thought the rash was probably stress, and I thought that the fever was probably just like different stress or some shit. And so I called my doctor. My doctor was like, yeah, you definitely got to come in. Because I like showed him or described the rash and like whatever. And he was like, yeah, you got to come in. And I was like, okay. So tomorrow morning, I'm going in like at 8 a.m. prior to SCN Live, and I'm just going to do some blood work and whatever it is. So I'm sure it's fucking fine. They always say like, when your health is at risk, you realize your health is the most important thing. And it's like so fucking true. And we take it for granted when we feel fine, but I like feel fine today. I don't feel like anything is wrong. It's not like I have my fever anymore, so I'm not delirious despite how I'm acting. My glands are totally fine now. I feel fine. So I don't know, but, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what exactly is going on with me. And like sometimes we really don't even know, because like when I was diagnosed with the disease called porphyria, I was in college. So it was my second to last. No, it was in 2011, I believe. And I was hospitalized for a month, and I couldn't take any of my finals. I was in school. My mom was really sick, so she was back east. My dad was taking care of her, so they couldn't come out here. And I was like in and out of the hospital for a month, and it was really bad. But that was the only time I've had like a really bad attack. And then I was hospitalized in Spain for having an attack too, but only for a day or two. And so, but it felt different than like what's happening now. But you never know with autoimmune things. They just kind of like pop up in weird ways, and then they kind of like take weird forms. And yeah. And for those of you guys who were asking about COVID, I got checked multiple times and I don't have COVID. So, and these kind of aren't the symptoms of COVID anyway. Just fucking frustrating. And it's distracting me too. And it's also making me realize I have to make other different doctor's appointments. Like, I need to figure out all my shit. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like lacking on those things too, but like even like I have to make a dentist appointment. I was like thinking that I wasn't all of COVID going to go to the dentist, but now it's been months and months, and I'm like, I have to fucking go to the dentist. I need like a teeth cleaning and like normal life things. I was supposed to go get scan for something else, and it's just like I've been delaying, and I keep telling you guys practice what you preach, and I also keep telling you guys this isn't a mulligan of a year, so I need to take that advice myself, and I need to realize that I've got shit to do this year, that like the world is not fully shut down. We have to like kind of fucking continue to do all this stuff. As I was thinking about things last night, I tweeted on Twitter, because you can't tweet on any other platform. Ludicrous. I tweeted on Twitter. Get it together, Rox. So I tweeted on Twitter, and I asked a question because I was thinking about something. I asked in a poll, are you a good person? I don't know if any of you guys saw that or took the poll. It's still up if you guys want to. There's still 12 hours to take it. So I said, testing a theory, help me out. Are you a good person? And it said the only things you could answer were either yes or no. People were like, this should say maybe, this should say sometimes, but that wasn't part of my theory. Is it yes or no? And for those of you guys who haven't seen, take some guesses in the chat. What percentage of people do you think that they are a good person? And what percentage of people do you think they're a bad person? Curious what you guys are thinking. What percentage do you think they're good? And what percentage think that they are bad? As I'm waiting for you guys to put some predictions in there, I'm going to take this super chat from John G saying, definitely go to doctor. Sometimes you can be sick and feel okay. I know. This I know. Trust me. So I'm going tomorrow morning. Rob K says 64% think they're good. John G says 70-30. Gregory Castillo says 70-30. Bruce Banner says 45% think are good. Interesting. Rob Fishbeck says 50-50. Christian says 75-25. Okay. 80-20 says DK. Yeah, third turd also says around that 80%. So the results, there were 2,176 people who have voted so far. And so far the results are that 67% of people think they're good and 33% of people think that they are not. So that literally is as close as you can get to 2/3 of people think that they're good and 1/3 of people think that they are not good. And first of all, this is painful for me and sad because I definitely think I'm a good person and I work really, really hard to be a good person. And actually, that's not even a fair assessment. You don't have to work that hard to be a good person, but I work really hard to try to be a great person. It matters a lot to me. And I don't always think that I was a good person. This is why I'm so adamant about the fact that people can change. Looking back, I don't know that I really was a good person for a few years there. But what I can tell you is when you're not a good person, I don't know that it's possible to be happy. I don't know that it's possible to be not good. You don't think you're a good human, but you're happy. I don't think that really fully exists. And so in like the most selfish way, fighting to be a good person and do the right thing and help your friends and your family and strangers and all of these people makes you a wholer, healthier, happier person. And so right off the bat, like 1/3 of people not believing that they're good, it's kind of like that's where you need to start. Because if you don't believe that you're good, you have a lot of fucking changes to make before you can be whole or happy. And by the way, good people can believe that they're not good, and bad people can believe that they're not bad. So you don't always have an accurate sense of self. But I do think likely if you believe you're not good, you really might not be. And if you believe that you are good, you really might be. Although people, I think it's probably more likely if you don't believe you're good that you're not than if you do believe that you are. If that makes sense to anybody. But I just think it's interesting to look at that when you don't feel good, like you are a good person, I really think that affects more areas than just that. So curious what you guys think about that. Seems like there's a lot of comments going on in here. Let's see. Legaltland says, I don't think a person can decide if they are a good person. Most people think they are good. It's other people's opinions that matter. Legal, but this poll shows us that 1/3 of people don't think that they are good. So you're right in saying most people, but some people. But I do agree with you. It's not just like anybody who thinks that they're good is good. Pink Sweets says, I've done some horrible shit. Same, Pink Sweets. I don't think having done some horrible shit means that you're not a good person. For me, my horrible shit is in my past. I don't really do horrible shit anymore. And hopefully, if I keep working like this, I won't do a horrible thing for the rest of my life. I know that sounds crazy, but I really would like to think that I'm capable of not doing something horrible for the rest of my life. And that's like why we really need to believe people can change and grow, because if you have done some horrible shit, maybe you can outweigh that by doing some really great shit. You know, let's see. Charlie Barajas says, when you are a good person, self-judgment tends to be harsher. You know you weren't good all the time. I think that's true as well. PLD, our amazing mod, says very few people are good or bad, honestly, though it seems like people feel the need to label things with finality more and more. I don't believe that very few people are good or bad. I think that there's definitely a gray area, but I think that You don't think that you think very few people are good? I don't think that's true. But to each their own. To each their own. Just for Ashley asks, does how much bad shit happen to you define if you're a bad person, like you deserve it? Are you talking karma, Joseph? No, I don't think if bad shit's happening to you, that means you're a bad person. I don't think so. I don't know, though. Let's go into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. We had one come in right as we were starting the show. This one's coming from Ryan White, who said, congratulations to the World Girls on launching their Patreon last night. Everyone go check it out and join if you haven't already. Ryan, I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, we did. We did this awesome building of a Patreon, to call it awesome. Like, we did it. It's very conceited, but I think it's pretty awesome because I'm obsessed with Trina and Steph and with the World Girls. And we put it out last night on our Sunday stream, and we're getting great reactions and reception so far. We already, for the $3, which is the lowest tier and up, sent out the Discord link. The Discord is fucking popping. It's like a party in there at all hours. I'm loving it. And so we put that out for the $5 and up tier. We already released behind the scenes footage of our photo shoot and some extra photos of us in our masks and bikinis. And we're planning on doing drops there for the $5 and up tier every week. But yeah, there's some really awesome stuff in there. And it's making me realize that I really need to get back to figuring out my fucking Patreon, because I I love that community feel. And I love being able to like really have that community feel more hours of the day. So looking at that, and thank you guys to all the comments on the Halloween 3 mask photos. Those were fucking wild and so fun to shoot. If you guys haven't seen them, you can check them out on our Patreon, patreon.com/theworldgirls, or we each posted one on our Instagrams. He's a mash. He's a monster mash. The monster mash. Everybody. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Leonard Kim also, your messages recently have literally like made my entire day. You are my freaking soul. I'm obsessed with you. Says, Roxy, to play devil's advocate, what if a person who is bad is happy in their malevolence and no, that's not it. Does malevolence, and in a twisted manner believes they're actually being good. I voted no, by the way, although I like to think I have my good moments. Praying your health gets better. Okay, well, Leonard Kim. Let's take somebody. I mean, this situation is used all the time, but like, let's take somebody like a Hitler. He is a sociopath. So I do think there's a difference between being bad and being a sociopath, because the link in your brain is not there to connect like a normal human being, where you do something horrible and then you feel horrible about it. So I think it's tough to compare those things, because like, you know, we've got the serial killers that are sociopaths and people like that, where like that's not really part of like the Twitter poll conversation. But I think that's fair. Leonard Kim, I'm surprised to hear that you voted no. I think you're being hard on yourself, because the fact that you send me a message every single day on Instagram, like about just like joy and love and happiness, I feel like people who are not good don't do that. They don't care about other people enough to even do that. So maybe reassess and like try to be objective about it. Look at what you think it takes to make a good person, and then see how many of those characteristics or qualities, whatever it is that you have. Because I think people do have a hard time judging and seeing themselves. That is true. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs. Glenn, with that big support. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn, I'm looking at Glenda, Susie, the good bunny right now. Every time I see Glenda in here, I'm like, my Glenn, my bunny. Hello, Roxy. Love ya. Thanks for giving us a shoot the shit show today. Good luck at the doctors. Hopefully things turn around and you feel better ASAP. Here's to getting some fuck yeah news. Stay safe and be well, RJ and rock stars. Peace, love, bunnies, and hugs. Thank you. Yeah, I have a really I talked to you guys about like pretty much everything, but I do have a really hard time talking about my health on this show. It's kind of wild. Like not about health and wellness. Like I do talk about like fitness and working out and eating relatively healthy and also eating cookies because I need that in my life and trying smoothies and going on the bike and doing my yoga and shit. But I don't often talk about like health as in disease and sickness. Truthfully, it's tough when you're a one-woman show and you're chewing. This is why they tell you not to eat on air. This and 5,000 other unprofessional reasons. Truthfully, though, the reason I don't talk about it that much is because I'm really afraid. I have a lot of fears and like different things that have gone on that make me concerned about my health. And also, I think when you like have somebody who leaves you when you're really young or dies when you're really young, like my mom did, it's hard not to be a hypochondriac. So sometimes you even go like almost the opposite, which is like you always think you're sick, but you never want to actually seek help because you don't want to know if you're sick. Like you believe you're sick all the time, but you don't actually want to know that you're sick. So, you like have all these symptoms or things that happen, and then you just like convince yourself that you're sick or you're dying, but then you don't want to actually check up on them because the confirmation of that would like kill you. So I have a really hard time talking about those things on the show, even though 99.9% of the time, I'm sure I'm fucking fine. But I'll just get in my head about things and then like, I don't know, just gets stressful and whatever. I always think about like I haven't accomplished half of what I want to accomplish, not even a quarter, not even a third. A third's more than a quarter, not even an eighth, not even 1/10, not even 1% of what I wanted to accomplish have I accomplished. So like really need to stick around, for lack of better words. Mohammed said drinking tea helps. Well, Mohammed, I'm actually very frustrated about that because I had my first day yesterday at Hoffer, which went really well, I think. It's a sports prediction app. It's HOFR, Hall of Famer. And if you aren't on it, you should be because it's free and you could win money. And who doesn't fucking want to win money? And I'm going to be hosting there again on Thursday, I believe. But the point being that when I was there, one of the producers was asking me about my tea regimen because I was like, I love tea. I drink so much tea. I drink tea all the time. And he was like, doesn't that cause kidney stones? I was like, well, really? And then I look it up and tea totally fucking causes kidney stones. And that made me incredibly nervous. I don't know if I should be nervous about it, but it's like, we can't have nice things anymore, guys. This is why. Nothing that we love. I was like, tea is so healthy. All the green tea is so good for me. And even the Earl Grey in the morning. And the tea is just, it's just totally fine. And then come to find out it's going to cause kidney stones. Like, fuck. It's not ideal. But I think I'm going to keep drinking it the same way because, like, it just brings me so much happiness. I've never tried coffee, Rob Fishbeck, but I don't think I'd be able to drink it the way I drink tea, which is like 8 cups a day, all throughout the day. And also it's like worse for your teeth and stuff, I think. Daryl says, anyone else getting a wonky connection with the sound distorting? Can you guys tell me if you guys are getting that? Because if so, I can do some things to edit that. I can also plug in my headphones. You guys tell me. Travis says I have gout, and apparently if you have gout, sweet potatoes can cause kidney stones, which is one of my favorite foods. That sucks. Legault says avoid kidney stones at all costs. My best friend had them. Just watching him endure that was traumatizing. So Legault, you think I shouldn't have any more tea? Oh, you guys are all saying good connection. Sorry, Daryl. I hate when it's on your guys' end because it feels like I can't help you at all. Even though I want to help you, but I can't help you. But I want to help you, but I can't help you. If you guys have more things to add to the conversation, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Get your questions, comments, concerns in here. Also, super chat. whatever you got. Let's get to a little bit of news because we're 25 minutes into the show and I've basically talked about nothing. I told you guys it was going to be a chill show. Just hanging out. Hanging out down the street. You guys are singing with me, right? Same old thing we did last week. So weird. So weird. Okay. Guys, David Ayer says his Suicide Squad cut is fire. I kind of love this tweet because rep yourself, get on with your bad self. If you think it's fire, then fucking let us know. David Ayer tweeted and said, I think it's a response to something which might be worthy of us talking about. For those of you guys who don't know, after release the Snyder Cut, there's a whole group of people who do release the Ayer cut. People want the David Ayer version of Suicide Squad, which apparently is pretty different than what we saw. And he had been slowly talking about this for a minute, like, yeah, I would like that and all of that stuff, but he hasn't really said it as like blatantly as this. I'm trying to look to see even where this is. Yeah, okay. So he was tweeted at by Release the Ayer Cut said, if you see this tweet, respond with hashtag release the Ayer Cut. And then somebody who responded said, Ayer already admitted writing faults with the movie too regarding his main villain, etc. These are things that won't be changed by his cut either. By the sounds of it, there are realistically 2 Joker scenes that we are yet to see and a couple of backstory advances. And then Ayer quote tweeted this and said, I took the hits like a good soldier when the studio cut hit the streets. It's who I am. I watched my cut for the first time since it was abandoned. It is fucking amazing. On God. I felt guilty for years like I fucked up. Nope. It's fire. It's the tone of the Comic-Con trailer 100%. That trailer that everybody thought was sick. So, you know, he really just came out kind of swinging. Like, really was just like, you guys think I did this? I made a movie that was fucking dank. I also like that instead of writing fucking, he does F star CKING. It's like, what's even the fucking point of doing that? But yeah. He says, on God. On God. It's fucking amazing. On God. Damn. And now it's like the precedent has kind of been set with the Snyder Cut. And it doesn't feel like Ayer needs the fucking $70 million that Snyder needed to release his movie. It's just like a different cut. So I kind of want the director's cut of this of Suicide Squad. I kind of on board. Release the Ayer cut. Anybody with me? This got me excited. A lot of people responding to it. There's over 5,000 likes on this post and over 1,000 retweets. And yeah, I don't even really know what this would look like. We hear that there's like a lot of different stuff with Enchantress and all of that. But if he's saying it's dope, I kind of believe it's dope. And I really like David Ayer. But I remember, guys, I loved Suicide Squad. So I doubt that there's anything he could have done to it that would make me like it less. I feel like this movie is for me. And also I feel like I need to at least make friends with David Ayer so I can see it. Like something like that. His bio on Twitter just says, the struggle to create is real. Fucking feel ya, dog. Feel ya. Like one of the only people who love Suicide Squad. Well, that can't be true, but I know you guys didn't like it that much. I feel like this is worth releasing. Release the director's cut. Release the Ayer cut. Why the fuck not? We already are releasing the Snyder cut. At this point, just give me all the cuts. Give me all the cuts. Don't know what that means. First cut is the deepest. Name who sings that song. First person to name who sings that song gets a shout out. I shout you guys out all the time anyway, but we'll see. I eat salad like a horse. You guys just see that? Like, Sheryl Crow, Zadius Smith in the motherfucking house. Did you have to Google it? Don't lie, Zadius. Did you have to Google it? Did you have to Google it? Tell me the truth or bust. Kate says it's a cover, bro. Is it? Oh my God. The Sheryl Crow covers it from Cat Stevens? Kate Vandy, tell me if that's true. Oh my God. If that's true, I just learned something today. Kate Vandy, be my hero. Let us know. PLD says, why is it Jake needs to kick you when you're down about the Pats? How did his Panthers do? Yeah, I never shit on Jake because I know how much it sucks to have your fucking football team suck. Well, I don't really know because I'm a Patriots fan, but I know what it's like to lose. So I feel that, PLD. I think it's a very fair question. I think actually we should let that sit there for a second. Jake, you sit with yourself. You sit with yourself for a second, Jake. You think about this. Why is it that you feel the need to kick me when I'm down? How'd you vote in that poll? Good person? I think you're a good person. I think you're better than that. I think you're better than that, Jake. You don't got to keep giving me shit about the Patriots. You don't have to do it. Just let this sink in. Let it do some sinking in, Jake. How's that feel? Mm-hmm. Wow, you guys are all telling me Cat Stevens did it first. Who the fuck knew? Oh, wait. Chuck says Sheryl Crow and Cat Stevens is a cover. P.P. Arnold is the original. Is that fucking true? What? What is happening? Who did the original? Who did it? Guys, we're learning a ton on this show. This is the day that keeps on giving. She's really losing her shit. Should we get to our second piece of news that we want to talk about today? Which will definitely make the show weirder. It won't make the show any less weird. That is for sure. Cat Stevens wrote the song for PP. What? I need more information from you guys. Jeffrey Tobin is suspended from the New Yorker for a Zoom dick. Now, this incident is still incredibly confusing, but the fact that not only was Tobin trending, his last name, at number 3, but Zoom dick is trending at number 4, and I hope that Zoom dick trends at number 4 for the rest of my life. Like, all I want is Zoom dick to be the number 1 trending thing in the world. The possibilities are endless. Zoom dick forever. This was wild. New York Times put out an article. It says the New Yorker has suspended the staff writer Jeffrey Tobin and is investigating an incident in which he reportedly exposed himself during a Zoom call among employees of the magazine and WNYC radio. Tobin has called it an embarrassingly stupid mistake. Now, what hasn't been released is like, did he expose himself like he was wanking it? Did he expose himself like he just got naked on camera? Like, what actually was happening? What was the situation? I feel like I need to know much more. The first people that I saw put out an article about this were Vice. Gotta say, Vice is on top of it. And Tobin said in a statement to Motherboard, I made an embarrassingly stupid mistake, believing I was off camera. I apologized to my wife, family, friends, and coworkers. I believed I was not visible on Zoom. I thought no one on the Zoom call could see me. I thought I had muted the Zoom video. Mute, it's just audio. It's just audio, Jeffrey. It's just audio. New Yorker spokesperson Natalie Raby said Jeffrey Tobin has been suspended while we investigate the matter. I mean, this is very hysterical, but like I hope nothing bad happens to this guy. It sucks when like you really made an honest mistake and you're not trying to show off your cock and then you do to all your colleagues. That's not good. It's just not ideal. Tobin's Condé Nast email has been disabled. He has not tweeted since October 13th. He did, however, appear on CNN, where he is the network's chief legal analyst on Saturday. Jeffrey Tobin has asked for some time off while he deals with a personal issue, which we have granted, said CNN in a statement. I don't mean to laugh at this guy's pain. Because, like, you know, in a year that we've got, like, Me Too happening and everybody, like, who is sexually assaulting and harassing people, poor homie, just trying to jerk off or, like, just hang out with his wang out. And then all of a sudden, all the colleagues, the people from the radio station, everybody sees his penis. Probably was a flaccid penis, too, because, like, if it's start to finish or whatever it is, probably wasn't a good look for him. No way it was a good look for him. Just feel for this dude. Kind of the only way is to deal with this is with comedy, though. My dear friend Kevin Undergaro and mentor forever always says to me, comedy must rule. And it's very true. Like in life, when you just don't know exactly what to do, comedy must rule. So I feel like just own being Zoom Dick. Like now sign everything. Love Zoom Dick. Change your handle to Zoom Dick. Lean into Zoom Dick. They can't laugh at you if they're laughing with you. I know that's so hard for people sometimes, but I feel like if you're gonna be Zoom Dick, just be Zoom Dick. Really embody Zoom Dick. You know, make your logo a penis with Zoom written on it. I mean, just lean into whatever the universe gives you. Also, this is why old people can't do technology. He's not even that old. Just saying. I get nervous with my grandparents anytime they're on Zoom. I'm like, oh no, don't fuck this up. Stone Fanboy in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strayer says, Roxy, sorry to hear you're feeling off. Hope your doctor visit goes well. Loving the new World Girls post. Y'all weren't kidding about having a weird feeling for the post in a good way. Hopefully y'all could give a whirl getting frozen and carbonite. Ha ha. Stone Fanboy, you are consistent if nothing else, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for your undying support. Glad you guys are liking the World Girls Patreon. I'm telling you guys, it's doing pretty well. I believe, let me see. I believe that we have 77 patrons so far, which is fucking awesome. 77 patrons. Not too shabby. And I'm telling you, Discord's lit city, bitch. Lit city, bitch. Thanks, Jake, for throwing that in there. Zoom Dick. Am I right? All right, guys, we are going to be getting out of here. I actually have a 2:30 Zoom, not dick, but date. Not really date. It's a Zoom tea date. What do you call a hangout with friends? I guess it's a Zoom tea hangout with Sean Whalen, who I haven't been able to talk to at all. And I miss dearly. We used to do the show Acting Class Weekly together, and he's my acting coach. And I would go over there and he would train me with things, but we haven't been able to do that for a while because COVID. So we're catching up with Zoom tea and could not be happier about that. So I'm going to go do that, but I will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. live the Roxy. I'll also be on SEN in the morning. I should make it in time because I'm going to the doctor's before that. And then also tomorrow is when Darina, Steph, and I are going to vote. We are really excited about it. So we're going to be voting in person. There's early voting. I got to look into all the other props tonight and make sure that I got all my ducks in a row. I think that's it for today's show. I think we did a good amount of chilling. We did a good amount of chilling. I just didn't. Do you guys ever have those days where you're like, I just don't fucking feel like it? I don't feel like talking about the things I'm supposed to talk about. And, nobody's the boss of me here. So, oh, Doreena's live right now too? Yes. Let's go raid. Hold on. Can you, Jake, will you put the link to Dorina in here? Doesn't she have a cool guest on our show today? Let's see. Let us see. Evil Dorina. I think she is live with. No, where the fuck is her shit? Help, Jake. Bad Bruja. Oh, yeah, that's the handle. Oh, she's live with Wendy Lee Zaney. Yes. They're playing Animal Crossing. Okay, so we're all going to go in there. We're going to do a Roxy raid. Oh, Jake, you already put it in there by the time I found it. But here's the actual link, I think, to the YouTube. So go in and hashtag Roxy raid. Everybody go have fun with our girl, Dorina. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me live at the Roxy today. Trying to see if any of you guys have hopped. Yeah, have any of you guys hopped over? Yeah, you're doing it right now. Okay, much love. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make your bed. Stay safe. The Patriots fucking rock, no matter what you say, Jake. And you're nothing without your health. So take care of yourself, guys. I'll do the same.